welcome to episode 4 of the Night Owls podcast. We are here today with Jacob. We have Peter, Jonathan, Ben, and we actually have a special guest for today.
Hello.
Welcoming Megan.
Hi. How are you guys?
I'm Megan.
So I'm here in AA for...
What?
I forgot what addiction I was going to go with. It was a very AA greeting.
Caffeine, because we're all drinking.
Yes.
That's true.
Yeah,
Caffeine
so
addiction.
Caffeine.
as always,
everybody before we sip.
as
we need to
always,
clink.
hold on. We're gonna start off.
Commence.
What are we drinking?
I wasn't aware of this.
This is some Walmart brand great value hazelnut coffee.
We're going. We're very underground
We
right
stepped
now.
it down
I
tonight.
have
It smells
literally-
like dirty.
It does.
It's a hazelnut, right?
Yeah.
Good.
It does smell vaguely of hazelnut.
Vaguely, yeah.
I mean,
Very cheap
There's
hazelnut.
a
Alrighty,
strange
another clink.
All right,
clink it
layer.
up.
all right, clink.
Oh,
Goodbye,
hell
Mike.
yeah.
I'm sorry.
Everybody's headphones.
All right.
I feel like
That
this
is-
might should have been a longer
Ooh.
sip.
Ooh,
Tastes like Keurig.
yeah.
It's a little bitter.
I have...
Alright.
Has some bite
Mine
to
is
it.
black.
So,
It's
do you
got-
want to? Did you give the timestamp already? Did you say the time yet?
Yes, the time is currently 12:49 in the morning.
He said
Whoa.
yeah, but it's
So
Dummy, idiot, stupid,
get
Buffoon.
Whoa.
we're really making the
Whoa.
Night Owls
absolute
really be the Night Owls.
galactic
Unit.
unit.
This coffee's just bad.
Yeah, it's got a
Coffee's
very,
awful.
very bitter taste.
This
I'm
is not
spoiled
my...
juice.
This is not my...
Yeah, I feel
Oh,
spoiled, and
too
now
much.
now I get this, and I'm like, this is some bullshit.
So,
Yeah. I'm going with 2 stars.
2 stars off the bat.
Yeah.
It's not great.
I'll go with a 2.5 to 3. I mean, I definitely would drink this if I had to, and it would wake me up. But I mean, it's not tasty.
I have
Yeah.
0 cream or sugar in this. Like, I have
That
a
was
tip of a
just-
spoonful
Oh,
of sugar
no.
in this, and it is the worst thing I've
All
ever
I can
tasted.
say is you did it to
Out
yourself.
of 5
This is true.
stars, what do you think you give it?
-2.
Negative.
Wow.
That's the
Nice.
first negative of the show.
It tastes what I imagine piss tastes like.
Wow, damn, you were really going in on this coffee.
Wow.
Damn.
But here I am sipping it, so it's fine.
Yeah,
You really are.
Megan's
caffeine
drinking
addict.
piss.
yeah, it's definitely something that you would probably get from a Keurig. I don't like Walmart as it is, and this really isn't helping me settle into the whole Walmart thing. So I'm gonna go with 2 stars too, because I didn't add any sugar to it, and I feel like if I did, it would be a little bit better. But
it's not better. I put sugar.
So you expect it to get better, and then
okay,
it
but
doesn't.
you're not the
Yeah.
coffee. You're not a coffee drinker.
No,
Yeah.
I'm not a coffee
I mean,
expert.
Not yet.
This coffee
I-
is perfectly good for what I got it for. I got
Oh,
it when
yeah.
I was on vacation in Hershey. You wake up at fucking 8 in the morning.
Ass crack of dawn.
Yeah, right. Tired
Yeah.
as hell because you just spent the day out doing something. And you throw this in whatever shitty coffee maker the hotel or campground has provided for you. And
Can't
you
be as
throw
shitty
it
as my
away.
coffee maker though.
Oh, yeah.
'Cause
That
it-
was like spewing everywhere as we tried
my
to
coffee
cook
maker was
And it never
Yeah.
fails. It like if you bring your own coffee to a campground or a hotel, it just the coffee maker makes that coffee worse. Like it doesn't matter. You
Yeah.
could bring like fucking Javalia or something, and it just makes it the worst thing you've ever tasted in your life.
Oh yeah.
Because
Yeah.
they don't. I genuinely feel like they don't clean it, but
Probably not.
I'm going to
Probably
go with
not.
the 2 also.
All right, so that's
A solid
pretty much
2.
2 stars all around. But with the negative 2 stars, that probably brings it down to a 0 or
A 0
a
or
1.
a
one,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool 1.
Damn.
cool one.
So-
sorry, get better Walmart. Get good.
Get good, Walmart. So, as for today's set of topics, we are all going to be revolving around one big topic this time. So,
You know what else is
as
big?
many people,
My heart.
I was really worried. I was like, oh, no.
What a sweetheart.
Yeah, you know.
what a great guy. You're so
Welcomes
great.
us into his
Don't
home.
touch my leg.
The ass crack of dawn.
Yep. So,
yeah, it is.
as many people should know, E3 was streamed this weekend, and many different games were released. Companies such as promoted,
Announced.
Teased.
Yeah.
teased,
announced.
I'd
promoted,
say
announced.
teased and announced.
Just gonna tease us
Xbox
like
came out with their Project Scarlet. We had Square Enix with a bunch of different trailers, and we also had Nintendo, another big one.
Bethesda also.
And
Bethesda?
Sony decided not to show up.
Yeah, Sony just...
Yeah, that's
I
disappointing.
heard that months ago though. That
Yeah.
Sony wasn't gonna be there.
Oh yeah, I knew that. It's just so
disappointing, though.
disappointing.
It is. It really is.
I was very sad.
Because I genuinely thought Death Stranding was gonna show up and
That would have been
out of nowhere
really
and
great.
just release a
Yeah.
Do you
new
remember that
gameplay
one-
trailer with some knowledge in it.
Do you remember
And-
that one E3 conference that Sony was at where they had like a live orchestra?
Yeah.
That was great.
No.
That was dope.
That was
What
the
was that?
I do not
that
remember
was
that
like
at all.
20. Was it like 2015, 2016?
Something
They
like
used
that.
That was
Yeah.
like that was the conference. I was like, all right, now I need to get a PS4.
They used the they opened up with a Final Fantasy orchestra for E3
You would know.
this weekend.
Uh-huh.
Oh, absolutely, I did
Yeah,
know because
right.
after they
That's
finished
it.
playing, they
I
released
said Square
another
Enix
trailer.
is going last. You're going last.
That's fine.
Square Enix, more like
Do we want to
Square
finish on that
penis.
No, not at all. We can start with it. Get it over.
So-
with.
though? Yeah, right.
Let's
You can
start
go
with-
first.
Okay, yeah.
All right, so starting off with
Get your jitters out. You know.
so we're
Talk
starting
about
out
what
with
you love. Go
oh,
for it.
so one of my favorite game companies
This is really
definitely
close.
is Square Enix at the moment.
I just want everyone to know that Jacob sat up so straight and is about to probably get on the edge of his seat like this, and so
No one can see what you're doing.
well, it doesn't matter. He's gonna be on the edge of his seat. 'cause
Oh,
he's
yes.
so
That's
excited.
okay.
I'm gonna be on the edge of my seat.
I'm very
ready to hear he
excited
has
for
to
what
say.
they released.
It's
Yeah,
good. It's good to show what you're passionate about.
Exactly.
Absolutely, I'm a huge Final
Even if
Fantasy.
what you're passionate about is fucking stupid. But continue talking.
Love you guys.
Get
So-
going.
Square Enix, they're most famous for Final Fantasy, and they not only had one Final Fantasy game with a trailer, but two. So, first off, Final Fantasy XIV, an online MMO RPG, is coming out with the newest expansion, Shadowbringers. And
Like
I-
RuneScape.
yeah, like RuneScape, just
Thanks. Okay.
a lot
Cooler.
up to date with graphics.
Cooler? I don't see. I don't know if you can get
I don't
much
know.
cooler
I've
than
never really
RuneScape.
played Final Fantasy, but I watched like gameplay of it, and it's pretty dope. I
Oh,
gotta
yeah.
say.
The boss fights are definitely probably going to be one of my favorites.
I like seeing swords bigger than the person holding it.
The only problem is it's just so much farming to get to where you need to go, and it's just like God.
Well, I mean, some
It's a
people
lot
enjoy
of
that.
dedication. I mean,
Some
that's
people
cool. Like,
enjoy the
I to each
grind.
their own, but like that's
We say
just-
that, but we all play Pokemon.
Yeah.
Yeah, but also
Yeah,
Pokemon.
but then it
has,
goes-
Who
It's like-
doesn't want to make cute animals beat the living hell out of each other?
Yeah, who doesn't want to see some giant ass swords beat the shit out of giant ass monsters?
Compensate.
So then the other, what was the other trailer?
The other trailer is for another well-known game, Final Fantasy VII. Now,
yeah.
this is
Oh,
what
that's
took the Final Fantasy franchise by storm across the world 22 years ago. It's been a while, and they're coming out with a remake. They actually just came out with the release date in March 2020.
Ooh,
So, yeah, they
close at hand.
it's kind of.
But they're
it's kinda
releasing
cool.
that in parts, right?
Yes, they're. From what
Right.
we heard, they're releasing it into two different parts. One is going to be surrounded by the main city, Midgar, and then another one is going to be focused on the worldwide aspect of it. From what I was heard,
Yeah.
Was that part of the original game?
the original game was all in one, but as of course with the remastered version, you can't really cram everything into that game into just one disc, especially if you're going to remaster it and make it look that crazy.
Right.
Yeah.
That makes
So.
sense.
They're going to be releasing it into two separate ones.
Did they show what some of the graphics would look like? Or not?
Yes, they had trailers of gameplay. They had many different clips.
The graphics look good on it.
Yeah,
Oh.
that game. So I've actually been interested. I know I give you a lot of shit for Final Fantasy, but Final Fantasy VII
Yeah,
has
right.
always looked kind of
That's
cool.
the only one I'd
Because
like.
it's like
be
kind
interested
of
in.
kind of sci-fi
Yeah.
looking. And
Oh,
it looks,
yeah.
it looks really interesting. And
It's so revered.
That
It's
and
like,
15, Final Fantasy 15, I like.
Yes,
'Cause that was
Is that the one with the guys in the car?
Yeah,
yeah.
and it's actually
Just a
it's
bunch
not
of
too
dude
bad.
bros riding around in
what's
their
better than
sports
this?
car.
Just a bunch of guys being dudes.
Yeah, but seriously, the lighting effects and the shading
Oh yeah.
is really nice. You know, it can be compared to like The Last of Us, which was like way ahead of its time. I loved
Oh, yeah.
The Last of Us, and I'm so
Especially
excited
for
for
the
the last.
mocap and
Final Fantasy 15 was well known for the fact that it tried to give a new start to first timers who weren't really introduced to the Final Fantasy franchise.
It was definitely more
Yep.
palatable for first timers,
And
and
that's-
it's daunting to get into Final Fantasy. There's a lot of
There's a lot of stuff, And I think the thing that scares people most about it is that there's so many games, and they think they have to start
But
back
they
at
don't
the
all
first
tie
one.
in together, do they?
No, they're
No.
completely separate games
Yeah.
in and of itself. The only thing similar is like they just have a few things here.
And that's
there
why I
similar.
like why they made Final Fantasy 15 so obviously story based, and it's plot. There's plot lines to it.
Oh yeah. One of the good things the Final Fantasy 7 did, or 15 did is again they came out with when the original game came out. It wasn't as good of a story as it did when they came out with the Royal Edition, which kind of provided backstory and more concrete to the main story itself.
Right.
Yeah.
And I really wish they came out with the, I guess you can call it the Royal Edition when it first came out, so that you'd have everything in just one big
Well,
thing.
that's like a trend now. Is everyone's releasing games that aren't fully done, and
Yeah,
just so they
I
can
mean-
get it out there, and then they're patching it in later, and it's like, oh yeah, here's the rest of the game that you paid for.
Yeah.
It frustrates me. Like
Well, the thing is also you gotta
Fallout.
keep in mind what
that. Yeah.
era we're in. Like
Destiny 2.
there's like
That's
there's releasing an unfinished game, and then there's releasing a finished game where you can add more to it, like
Yeah.
DLC and add patches.
Yeah.
And I feel like some people get those two switched around.
Yeah.
Like there's nothing wrong with fixing glitches in the game. Like that's the beauty of the internet and what era we're in.
Yeah.
But like, if you're releasing a game like Battlefront 2, for example, where there's such a lack of content, or even in the
Yeah.
first Battlefront, and there's so many just not good things about it. It's
Yeah.
just disappointing, and they released an unfinished game. Like let's be
Yeah.
honest, Yeah.
But
I always think a full game and then DLC is always going to work better, and then
When-
not even
yeah.
DLC, but bug fixes. I mean, look at Marvel Spider-Man.
That's
for
exactly what I was
PlayStation
going
4.
to say. Yeah.
I mean, when
That's
they
a
released
great
it,
example.
when you jumped into it, I mean, like you could just do anything, and it was just completely
And
smooth.
yeah, there's so much
it
to
was
do.
perfect.
I think the perfect way to do a game is the way that Blizzard does Overwatch. Is you can have extra stuff to make money on with like loot boxes and whatnot, but it's all purely cosmetic. It's nothing like that's
Nothing
going to
you have
affect
to
the
do.
game. They
Yep.
put out frequent updates that add things to the game.
Yeah, they're
And that's-
really good about it.
free maps, free characters.
that's
Yeah.
what Final Fantasy 14 does actually.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
mostly does the same thing because the only thing that they really do is I'm tying it back around.
No,
Nah, I
it's
see
just
you.
you're always trying to make us play this damn game.
Yeah, I
But you want us to pay a fucking monthly subscription for this Final
Yeah, dude,
Fantasy.
no way.
What?
Not a
Yeah,
chance.
so-
Sorry, I hate to say it.
it's
Sorry, I
around
don't want to join your reign.
it's around $19 a month, but obviously
Oh,
you-
no.
Right? I don't got money like
That's
that.
like almost $300 a year.
The Disney
I don't know.
Plus.
I subscribe to enough things. I feel like if I
Yeah.
I have an Ipsy bag that's $10 a month, and then I have Spotify, which is $9
Right.
a month.
Disney Plus is going to be like $6 a month. Like
Yeah, right.
I have
I could've-
Netflix that's
Yeah.
$7.
I can do more
like-
with Disney Plus, which isn't even a video game.
but they have
Sorry,
the 30.
anyway.
I tried the 30-day free trial of it because like I said, I did not expect to be as crazy in love with this game as I am now,
Yeah.
and
This
not
episode
even
is sponsored.
I wasn't even done with the. Please
Final
sponsor me,
Square
Square Enix. But
Okay, please sponsor.
Yoshi P, please. But
Yeah, exactly.
other than that, I tried the 30-day free trial. I wasn't even in 15 days, and I was hooked onto the story already. I was hooked on the gameplay. I was playing the Dragoon class at the time, and I loved it. So I bought the DLC that was released at the time, which was actually when I started playing. Stormblood was just released, and yeah, I went from there. And I've been playing for around 2 years now. So, yeah. But other than that, Final Fantasy VII, that's going to be another. They're going to be making it as another Final Fantasy for first timers. The same thing they did with 15, but 7 is going to be a lot more recognizable, specifically just because of the worldwide impact it had
Right.
earlier.
Yeah,
So
that's what's up.
yeah. Other than that, Square Enix has released a bunch of other titles, most notably Dragon Quest XI, from what I remember,
Right.
and a bunch of other different titles that are coming from Japan to the Americas.
I had a Dragon Quest game for my DS,
Octopath Traveler coming to PC.
Absurdly long name, and I did not play that game.
Did you know that
Yeah.
the art director for the game, like the guy that did the art for the game, like the style, the characters and stuff, is the same guy who drew Dragon Ball?
Yeah, Akira Toriyama.
Yeah.
That's my boy.
Yeah.
He does much great stuff.
The big foreheads and the
Yes.
big eyes. That's how you know it's
The
him.
muscles.
Yeah.
I'm still surprised that the same. So,
Love to see.
Peter, you and I, we are very
Segue, but
sorry.
no.
We are very much into classical music,
Yeah.
and what I'm surprised is
Nerds.
Me too.
Nobuo. I can't pronounce the last name,
3 nerds,
but
yeah. It's just
he
you
has
nerds
been
up against the
conducting
world.
the Final Fantasy games since the very first one was released.
Yeah.
So he's been doing that for over 25 years now, I believe.
Yeah.
Way over 25. Like Final Fantasy has been out since I can't even remember. But he's been conducting for the. It's insane.
Well, I think with live
They don't have this connection.
scoring of any game is always
for life.
Than 10 bros.
hard to keep up with.
Yeah.
You know, you can do live scoring of Final Fantasy, and you know that's a franchise. So you have this one, this composer, and I found it hard when popular franchises and series like Star Wars or any other thing that's got like tons of obvious fanfares are done by different people.
Mm-hmm.
You've got I forget who did freaking Star Wars, and it's
John Williams.
John Williams, and then one of the the one-offs, not the one-offs, but the basics, like there's like Rogue One, that one,
Giacchino.
Michael Giacchino did it, and it just didn't sound the same. It tried, but it just didn't sound the same.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
variations on like John Williams
Let's call him the
scores.
Star Wars
Are
expert
we-
here, as all 4 of us sip out of Star Wars.
Are we?
mugs.
Hold on. Are we saying that?
Mine's-
Wait, did you not like the Rogue One soundtrack?
Not the beginning of it. That was purely just Michael Giacchino. I thought the variations on John Williams themes were nice. I didn't like the solely Michael Giacchino. I definitely think the beginning was just like not the same impact as Star Wars.
I definitely feel like it was different. But also, you have to remember, the guy that was originally supposed to compose the music, like he bailed, and so Michael Giacchino only had like a month to write
How would
and
you
score the
bail on
movie.
Star Wars?
I don't know, but he only had a month.
It's
to
hard.
compose
I
the
can
whole movie.
imagine. I can imagine
Having that
that's
much
something to do
pressure.
I mean, if
But all the money.
but the top composers, they're working on at least 3 movies at a time,
yeah.
more often than not. Especially like Giacchino, John Williams.
Giacchino,
Yeah, but
I think, was
Michael
doing, like-
Giacchino was like just like
But he was also
Short
doing,
notice.
I think, like doing
Got my
2
man
other
Hans
movies
Zimmer.
at the time.
Yeah,
Like I think
always-
Incredibles 2 was coming out.
Yep,
then.
he
Exactly,
does
yeah.
almost all of the Pixar
Yeah.
and Disney.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
he's a madman. But
it is a very big gig.
I do enjoy his music when I hear it, but listening to Rogue One, I know what you mean. It's not.
I was sitting there in the movie with my father, and I was just like looking, and I was like, "This just doesn't sound the same."
It doesn't feel.
It's
like a Star
cool,
Wars
but
movie.
like it's
I really personally, maybe I'm biased, but I really like the score for Rogue One. I think Krennic's theme is really cool. Like I can hum it off the top of my head. I can't say the same for some of the other Star Wars movies, or other movies in general,
yeah.
except for maybe like Avengers. Okay, let's go. We don't
But I
need to start.
definitely think music plays a big role on all of any games,
Any game,
Yeah,
any
we're a little
movie.
off topic.
and
Anything in general.
whether it's a score to an entire franchise like Final Fantasy, or it's you're adding a soundtrack like Fallout.
Yeah.
You're putting these curated playlists into radios, and
The
you've got
first game soundtrack I absolutely fell in love with was Dragon Age Inquisition's menu music.
really.
Menu music. I popped the game in for the first time, and I had never really played a Dragon Age game before. I watched my sister play 2, and I watched her play through Origins, and then through Awakening, and then back to 2. So I was like, oh, well, I'll probably like Inquisition because it's a little newer. It was coming out of like 2012 at the time, and I just popped it in, and I heard that kind of low hum, crescendo strings, and I was like, fucking A.
I
All
like
right,
that.
Cool.
Hell yeah.
Dope. And I think I sat there for like 20 minutes just listening to the menu music.
happens.
I could do the same thing with
Nice.
the Uncharted games.
Yeah.
Like I love
Uncharted 3 had a good soundtrack. I remember that.
I loved all the soundtracks. It's just
I haven't
like,
played all
so,
of them, but I played it. First three.
like Mysterious and
Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum.
Mario.
Oh, yeah.
Mario
Such-
Galaxy.
I forget which route. I think it's Route 204. Is probably my favorite one, where you're in the snow.
My favorite one's the Leaf Gym City. I can't remember.
Couldn't tell you.
You know,
It's on the
like
tip of
the
my
first
tongue,
the
but no
first
way.
lake you visited, you were sitting there listening to that music.
Yeah, dude. But
Nintendo's got it.
my first musical experience with games, my first favorite one was probably Thomas Was Alone, which is a PC game. And it was David Houston who did it, and he did almost like 8-bit,
Yeah.
and it was really, really, really interesting.
I actually know. I think I know what game you're talking about.
I own the
wanted to
soundtrack.
play it.
It's so. I mean, it's a minimalist game, but it was, and the soundtrack definitely reflected the game and the graphics, and it
You
was
said
just
his name
really
was
nice.
David Houston.
David Houston.
Okay. I'm
Super Mario World is like the first one that I
Oh,
like
I
comes
love-
to mind. It's so good.
I know.
Super Mario Galaxy. Like that soundtrack is
Odyssey
so
too. Odyssey
good.
fucking killed it.
Oh yeah.
I haven't played Odyssey.
Oh my
Neither have I.
God, you guys!
I know.
I need it.
All right, what's next on the
Jesus.
agenda?
Yeah, we're a little.
All right.
Are,
So
are,
we
we
got.
are we doing Nintendo or are we doing Fallout?
Can we go to Nintendo?
We're starting with. We're gonna start with Nintendo.
Yes,
That's fine.
Imagine.
Let's do Nintendo.
Yeah. We'll
Okay,
do.
who's going
We'll do
first? You or me
I'll be
then?
next. It's fine.
Yeah.
I'll cry.
Let's just bounce over each other.
Okay, all right. Well,
We can
first
do
of all,
that.
I'm gonna just say,
You can go.
Either
I just
that
want
or
to bring it up
Don't
right
matter.
off the bat.
We'll do
All right,
rock, paper, scissors
everybody,
for it.
need to calm in the room. Banjo Kazooie
In Smash.
is in Super Smash Brothers. Yeah, thank you.
You're
You're
gonna,
breaking the mic.
Good.
Oh man, that was a genuine surprise. Like,
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I've always wanted him. I feel like Banjo.
Did you see
If-
the reaction video from New York when they
No.
played
Oh
that?
yeah, when they were all in
Oh, it was so.
I'm sure it was great.
really?
Everyone was like screaming.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I think it was yesterday, right?
Yeah.
Nintendo had their E3 Direct, where they revealed a bunch of new games that's coming to the Switch. And so yeah, the beginning of the Direct, they revealed a new Smash character, and it was the guy from Dragon Quest.
And
The new-
everyone was like,
yeah, it's the-
another guy with a sword.
yeah, another anime sword guy. I'm sure Bierman's happy.
I would not have used fans of Dragon Quest
Right,
than I am.
right.
I mean, I
Right,
do
yeah.
like seeing Akira Toriyama's art style being put into Smash.
Yeah.
Like,
It's pretty interesting.
that
Does that deconfirm Goku?
dude, I actually saw memes. It was like, this is the closest we'll ever get to Goku being in Smash.
Yeah. But yeah, and then at the end of the Direct, they revealed Banjo Kazooie, which if you don't know is a classic Nintendo 64 character, and by Rareware, which also made like James Bond, GoldenEye. They made the
GoldenEye
Donkey.
also had a great soundtrack. Sorry. Keep
Yeah,
going.
they made the Donkey Kong games.
Didn't they make Conquer too?
Yeah, they made Conker's Bad Fur Day, and then they got sold to Microsoft, and Microsoft just totally disrespected them. And came out with Banjo Kazooie Nuts and Bolts, which was
Yeah.
garbage. And so Banjo Kazooie, I feel like was if Rare didn't go to Microsoft, it's a character that would have been in Smash from the beginning.
Yeah.
But now, like since the sell happened, it's something that hasn't been a thing until now, and
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
They've asked for it for like years too. I've never played Banjo Kazooie.
Mhm.
That's one of those I was never like able to get into. But
The only Banjo Kazooie game. So I was like obsessed with the series, but I've only played one game,
Yeah.
and it wasn't even like a main series game. It was there was a racing game for Banjo Kazooie for the
Oh
Game
my
Boy
God.
Advance, where you could fly planes and stuff.
yeah.
And that game, I was really like, don't mean to brag, but like all video games, I was so good at that one.
That one
Yeah.
specific Banjo Kazooie spin-off thing.
And all the sound effects, all the music. Whenever I hear it now, I get taken back to those days, and it makes me a little nostalgic, and it makes me
Yeah.
so happy because I didn't realize that Banjo Kazooie was like an actual thing at the time until I was looking at the back of like the box art or something, and I saw screenshots from like. Or no, I think I was looking in the inside of the game. You know how there's like the manual.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
there were like screenshots from like the Nintendo 64 game, and I was like, oh my god, I want more of this. Where do I go? And I went to Target with my mom, and I tried looking for it, and I didn't find anything.
Aww.
So then later I find out that it was this whole thing, and now he's in Smash. And
Yeah, I mean, I'm always excited to see like more interesting characters get added to Smash. We've got a lot of anime sword guys. I don't know. I felt like the DLC for Smash 4 was kind of lackluster. I mean, we got Corrin. I mean, we got
I don't give a shit
Street
about
Fighter
Corrin.
guys. You know, it's just if I wanted to play Street Fighter, that's the fighting game I'd play.
I actually think that having Street Fighter in Smash is really cool because you can use like the actual inputs from the game.
I think it's a cool concept. I think it's cool in that sort of way, but I would have loved to see more Nintendo properties be put into Smash rather. Like, I feel like Nintendo's got more interesting characters they could use.
Yeah,
I think they definitely got more focused on the ones that you didn't think about than the ones that you're definitely thinking about. You know, it's like they add them and you're like, oh, I forgot about those.
Well, I was about to say, we can get Street Fighter in, but we can't get Waluigi? Come on.
we get Piranha Plant before Waluigi.
What? I'm so upset.
So Rare still owns Banjo-Kazooie, and Rare is owned by Microsoft. So I guess this is a Microsoft rep in a Nintendo game, which is
Weird.
This is
cool.
like mind blowing
Yeah.
to me, and I guess this kind of deconfirms Minecraft Steve.
Big sad.
I mean, you never know with Nintendo.
Yeah, this is true.
Oh.
But honestly,
Steve digs his way in.
if
Nintendo.
Steve was in Minecraft, like, don't lie, like you would main him. I would main him. Like, come on now.
I don't know. No one has the brutality that Ridley has, and I can just not.
I predict a future where Nintendo will probably overtake Disney for amount of things owned. Probably.
Amount of things owned.
Just
I don't know.
licenses.
Disney
Bros,
owns
yeah.
so much.
But Nintendo is right
It's
behind them.
Scary.
That's fair. No, Disney really made that the last. What was it? The last big deal was Star Wars.
Fox.
Not Fox.
Yeah.
Oh,
Mhm.
I'm sorry.
Not all of
Should be
Fox, just
Fox.
part of Fox. The
Okay.
part of
Yeah.
Fox that had X-Men and stuff like that.
Well,
The thing
Fox
is-
Fox wanted to focus on their news, so they sold off like all of their properties that
like
weren't
medias
news.
and stuff.
Yeah.
And they
Basically.
brought him right to Disney.
Yeah, because they didn't want to compete with Disney, so they were just like, hey, you can.
They have this,
Yeah.
which is why I feel like
Just
the
give
X-Men
us
series has
that
been so shitty.
Disney money.
Yeah, because they don't give a shit anymore.
They don't give a shit. They
No.
don't. They really don't.
It's fine.
Which someone asked me to go see Dark Phoenix, and I was just like,
No.
Was it Nick?
yeah, it was Nick. You know, right before I told him, hey, you're supposed to be.
Have you
in
seen
here
the
20
one
minutes
photo
ago."
where it's like they have the timeline of Magneto,
Oh,
where he
and
looks
it's
like
just-
his like
And like, what the fuck happened between these 2 years? Like, you
Yeah.
look fine
There's-
here, and now you look.
I don't even
almost
want to
dead.
talk about the X-Men timeline. It's just going
it's
to
like
give
a
me
2 year
brain
difference.
aneurysm.
You got the Magneto, the newest Magneto actor. I don't know the name.
Michael Fassbender.
Michael Fassbender.
He's so good.
I
He's
love
the best
Michael
part of those
Fassbender.
movies.
Oh yeah.
And I love James McAvoy, and I love Sophie Turner, and that's the only thing that I love about those movies. They're
Yeah, I
not
didn't even
good.
see
I
that.
think all the casts are good. They just are given like the worst.
Imagine being the
scripts.
cast member of them. Just read them and you're like, oh boy, this shit
Yeah, but you're
sucks.
still
I would
gonna
hate
make
to be an
millions.
extra.
So I mean,
I would hate to be an extra in a recent X-Men's film because you wouldn't be proud of that.
no.
Yeah.
I'd be proud of that. Like, if I was an extra in any film,
Like if I was
I'd be
like if
proud of
I
that.
was an extra standing next to Sophie Turner in,
Uh-huh.
in a scene, I'd be like, I stood next to Sophie Turner.
Oh,
Or,
in what
I was
movie?
next to James McAvoy.
Dark
What
Phoenix.
movie was it?
Don't X-Men? Would you really be? Would you
Yeah.
really be proud of that? Like,
No.
like you would take a selfie with one of them,
The
but you would
X-Men
not tell them
movie.
where you
What
met
movie
them.
was that?
First Class or
Was it the?
No.
Days of Future Past?
No.
Oh, it was
I
Dark
didn't hear it.
Phoenix.
Dark Phoenix. Oh,
You
Dark
are in
Phoenix.
Dark. What?
It's like, oh, really?
Yeah, no,
really?
Sorry,
know.
I gotta go to my
Sorry, yeah.
my.
I have a doctor's appointment like right now.
I got
Right
10
now?
minutes
Wow,
ago.
look at the
Sorry.
time.
Ooh.
I gotta car my wash. Hold on.
My dog.
Anyway.
my dog just threw up. I
Look,
gotta
smile
go.
'cause he told a funny joke.
Oh, what
I
was
was
your
laughing
pun?
at my own joke.
Oh yeah, Megan wanted
my
to tell
my
a
pun, brief
Yeah.
pun. So I got the words jacuzzi and yakuza mixed up. So I'm in some hot water with the Japanese mafia.
I hate that.
All right, the
My
door's right
manager
there.
said, I sent that to my manager, and he was like, "I'm going to set you on fire." I was like, "What a visceral reaction!"
You're fired.
No, you're
No,
not fired. I'm gonna set
Set
you
on fire. I
Alright,
was like,
alright.
"Ooh,
Way worse than death.
visceral."
Back to Nintendo.
Yeah. So Super Smash Brothers. I'm so excited. Banjo-Kazooie's already. I know he's already gonna be my new main.
All right, so we got what 2 more DLC characters left. Who are we thinking?
I think so. So we have right now of the 5. We have
Waluigi's going to be last.
Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
Or not Dragon Ball.
Dragon
Quest.
Quest.
Whatever.
Bless you.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Banjo-Kazooie and Joker from Persona. So we have 2 more left.
Do we think we're gonna get another Fire Emblem character when Three Houses comes out?
I really, really hope not. We have way too many Fire Emblem characters,
Yeah.
Speaking of Fire
and
Emblem,
all of them are annoying.
every time I play Smash, I don't own a Nintendo system, and I don't own a Nintendo game. But every time someone brings Smash to my house, like via Switch, I play Crom.
Crom.
I love Crom, and I love Matt Mercer who plays Crom.
I play a lot of.
Matt Mercer is my I love him.
I play Chrom, Corrin, and Cloud. Wow, all C's.
Kirby.
Ridley.
Just
baby.
Kirby.
Ridley loves to just
I'm a-
grab people and not
Drag
stop.
him across the ground.
I play Crom or I play Peach, which is so stupid, but I love Peach.
Peach is good.
Peach is
I
actually
know.
really good
I've
in the
seen
game.
some professionals like absolutely
Yeah,
kick
Peach is
ass with Peach.
pretty. If you care about tiers, Peach is pretty.
Peach
up
is
there.
like
But I'm
up there.
a
But it's such a
Pac-Man.
weird,
you
like-
know?
Yeah.
Like vast separation between the two. I don't know,
Alright,
but I just
but-
like them both.
Who do we think these last 2 characters are?
I really don't know.
It's honestly a toss up because they've been grabbing people left and right from like places we wouldn't even expect.
There was this leaker who had predicted a bunch of DLC and a bunch of characters before they were announced, like K. Rool, Incineroar. He got all of them right, everything that he predicted. But the only thing is, like, there were characters like Piranha Plant that he didn't say anything about.
Yeah.
And so he has that credibility. But also, like, you would think that if he knew all that, he would have been able to predict Piranha Plant.
But that also makes me believe like maybe Nintendo got a hold of that and was like, well, we have to change something now.
Yeah,
you know?
that's true. Maybe they found out about it. And
Yeah.
And
changed it.
DLC like code might be worked in later, like in updates or whatever too.
That's true. Yeah.
Like if he's data mining.
But the guy,
How do you
the
think
guy-
for Keanu Reeves?
the guy said
Dude,
John
That'd
Wick
be
for Smash
best.
Bros.
that would be great.
that'd be dope. I might buy a Switch.
The leaker said that there would be a Minecraft rep in some form.
Maybe an assist trophy.
Maybe, but like, have we gotten DLC assist trophies before?
I mean, I feel like they've worked in new assist trophies when DLC characters come out to
Have
be
they?
based upon that. Like,
Oh, that's wait. Have
when
I?
they incorporate like a new series or whatever, they'll add like maps and I feel like some items and stuff too.
Add Creeper to Smash.
I think they did with Joker.
They might.
It's a
Yeah, I think you're right. But it
Have
wouldn't surprise me if
Creeper
they
as an assist
just
trophy.
added like a spirit or whatever.
Yeah.
Do you guys hear my idea?
What?
Have a Creeper as an assist trophy.
That would be really cool and terrifying. It's just-
Oh, absolutely.
Oh.
They one just like drops and just sizzles. Oh my god.
I mean, a lot of people want Geno from Super Mario RPG,
Mm-hmm.
but if we get that, we're more than likely not getting Waluigi because that's just so many Mario characters.
Yeah.
too.
See, I don't understand why people give such a shit about Geno, because he was a character that only appeared in one game.
Yeah, but I feel like he's like a staple for a lot of people's childhood, the way Banjo-Kazooie is too.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
Banjo-Kazooie also had multiple games.
Yeah.
Spanning across multiple consoles.
I guess.
I feel like Geno is like I hadn't even heard of Geno until I started really getting into Smash and like the community.
Yeah.
You know, like, sure, it's important to people's childhood, but does that really mean they should be
like,
in Smash?
Rosalina only has 2 games.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
that's true. But
did.
also, it was a main series Mario game.
I guess.
I just feel like Geno is really
Yeah.
just
I think
side
there's fair
character
arguments
to a
on both
side
sides
game.
of the
Yeah.
coin, for sure.
I mean, I think it's just such a standout because it's such a different game. You know, like
That's
we've
true.
never gotten something similar to Super Mario RPG.
Except for all the other Super Mario RPG games.
Yeah. Right. What, the like Mario Rabbids?
Oh, don't talk about
No,
that.
there was
one.
wasn't Bowser's Inside Story an
Oh,
RPG game?
Yeah, no, you're
And
right.
That was actually a good one though.
There's Paper Mario.
I forget about those.
I did enjoy
there's-
Paper Mario.
There's
I watched. I, used
never
to watch
played
videos.
those.
Yeah, I
There's
saw
a
videos on
Luigi's
Paper
Dream
Mario.
one.
Like they were
I
really
don't
good.
play
Yeah.
those, so they don't exist.
okay,
Now.
sure.
Alright.
Well, moving on.
Animal Crossing, New Horizons, baby.
I'm actually. I think I might get
I might
a
get it.
Nintendo system
Mm.
to get
I'm-
this game.
You don't have a
so
Switch?
excited.
Unfortunate.
I know. My
Um,
buddy Dave brought one over when he was coming home from LA, and I got to play it. It was a lot of fun.
Oh
There's
yeah.
so
I like
many
it.
like new elements. It looks like they're adding,
Mm.
like the crafting. It looks like you can make stuff. You're like,
Is it Minecraft?
yeah, right. Basically,
Damn near, but
Um,
like not.
it looks like there's going to be a much bigger focus on like multiplayer,
That's cool.
which looks badass.
Yeah. We can all make our little town together.
I know.
That'll be so
excited. It's
fun.
gonna be so fucking adorable, boys. You have no idea.
Wholesome ass game.
Yeah.
It's a very wholesome game. I'm not even.
I
Gonna lie to
know.
you.
Yeah.
Like Animal Crossing's so pure. You just like take care of flowers and
Cures
shit.
my depression and waters my crops.
What else do you need in life?
Um,
A
But-
Switch.
yeah, right.
You know?
True. I'm almost done this coffee, guys. I'm
Yeah, me
almost
too.
done this piss coffee.
And I'm disappointed in myself about how much I've drank.
Not
Me
good.
too.
It's like
I've
Nope.
taken large gulps, and I just feel the bitterness and the bitter
Just trying to
acidic.
get out of the way. Well, you didn't put like anything in your
No,
coffee,
I
did you?
didn't. That's how I like
Well,
it.
that's probably.
Anytime I try a new coffee, I try it black
Mm-hmm.
to see if I would really like it and how much cream and sugar I need to add
So
to
you're
it.
getting like the pure taste.
Yeah,
Jacob.
and then
It's
this is
so
just I
good.
regret this. Go
It's
ahead,
so
continue
good.
talking about Animal Crossing.
Well, I was just saying, I feel like Nintendo's really pushing Animal Crossing. I feel like the
Mm.
app got it a lot more like popularity.
Mm-hmm.
But I think this is going to be like a new staple for them.
Yeah.
This could definitely be another face of Nintendo.
Yeah,
we
no,
got
definitely.
Smash and we got Pokemon and we got this.
Mhm.
Yeah. So it looks like they're adding a bunch of new features.
Maybe we'll get a new. Maybe we'll get a new Animal Crossing rep in Smash Bros.
Whoa.
I don't know who they had. Like Rossetti. Could
Yeah.
you imagine Rossetti?
Everything he does just deletes.
Tom Nook comes out and defeats you by giving you crippling debt.
Oh,
Oh
Great.
no.
Too real.
Yeah, I play Smash to escape from my debt.
that's a college thing that we all deal with on a regular basis.
Anyway, sorry.
But you're like creating walkways. You can like actually pick your flowers instead of like destroying your whole plant.
Mhm.
Yikes.
There's grit at the bottom of my coffee cup.
Coffee grounds.
Mm.
Well, that also might be because the coffee maker was having a spaz attack while we were trying to brew it.
But why blame it on the coffee maker when we can just blame it on Walmart?
Fuck you, Walmart.
Yeah. Sponsor us.
No.
The sad part is I'm probably still gonna
Spurrier,
drink
please
it.
sponsor.
God, what
Oops,
else? You're shaking trees to get like sticks and stuff to build things.
You can cut them down.
A lot of fine details.
It
Yeah,
looks
yeah.
like a really pretty game too.
Yeah, right.
I bet it's gonna have very good music as well.
Mhm.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Be playing this game at like 1:20 in the morning.
The other thing about Animal Crossing, it is a lot of grinding the same way.
For sure.
So
But I think they make it nice.
it's peaceful.
It's peaceful to where you can sit down and you don't have to like be stressed out and
Well,
you
see,
grind out like a bunch of
So
fucking trees.
I played New Leaf
Mhm.
on my 3DS, and I actually really didn't like it because of that reason. Because I felt like I was more stressed out than relaxed with the game because I had to like pay off the debt. I had to keep my people happy. I had
Yeah.
to pick the flowers, and it wasn't fun for me.
Yeah.
So I'm really hoping with this game and the multiplayer aspect, and now that I have a good like solid group of friends to play with, it'll be
Yeah.
more fun.
Yeah, I mean, I'm hoping that they're adding more ways to like fix that grinding.
Mm-hmm.
Not fix it, but like make it more bearable.
Modify it.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
because before New Leaf, they had another one on the DS that I played. I couldn't remember, but it was like all fishing, all bug catching. And then they on New Leaf they added the like diving stuff that was really cool when you went to the island and like all the mini games you could play if you had friends. Which who has those?
Yeah. Whatever.
Right.
Sorry, guys.
Shade
You're
that.
killing me.
boys.
If you had friends, but
Um, but hopefully we'll see some new
What are we, just silverware?
like mechanics to make earn them bells, baby, and
Mm-hmm. Right.
you know,
Yeah,
grind away.
yeah, that's what's up.
Chucky can send memes to the group chat, but he can't answer phone calls.
He called me back.
Oh, he didn't. No. He didn't call me back. I called him.
Oh, he is a bitch.
I didn't call
This
him.
is true.
No, we love Chucky.
Are we
Yeah, we do.
moving to another topic, or are we still talking about it?
I think we still got to talk about Breath of the Wild.
Oh, Breath of the Wild 2.
That
Oh,
trailer
boy.
looked so nice.
I actually haven't seen the trailer.
It
I
gives
might
me
have
s-
to-
What?
You have to.
Oh,
watch
it gives
Have
me
you
sort of
seen-
like a
have you played
Majora's
Breath of the
Mask
Wild?
type.
Well, yeah,
I've
every-
seen playthroughs of the original of the first Breath of the Wild.
Everyone's saying this is like Majora's. I mean, Breath of the Wild was like the Ocarina of Time,
Yeah.
and
Yep.
now we're stepping to a spooky, like crazy sequel that's
Yeah,
gonna be Majora's.
baby.
Breath of the Wild 2 is gonna be
I
like a
feel
Majora's
spooky.
Mask.
It's gonna be so
Corpse
good.
scanning.
Oh yeah, dude, that was crazy looking.
The
creepy.
corpse. Oh
yeah,
my!
backwards
Is that?
music.
I don't know if that's a Ganon or they're going with a new villain.
It kind of looked
It
like
definitely is
Ganondorf, like a dead
Ganondorf.
Ganondorf.
Why would
like
they
a
keep
song.
his body in the basement?
I don't know,
I'm ready.
because at the end of you literally just finished Breath of the
So
Wild.
I've been putting off beating Breath of the Wild because I didn't want it to be over. I've been like when I first got the game, I flew through it.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
Probably in a week or two. And I was like, well, I can't go fight Ganon. I don't want the game to be over. And I've been putting it off because like the game has like a very like specific fighting system. And it takes some getting used to, and like I lost all my skill in the time that I was putting off that fight.
Right.
But when this got announced, I was like, all right, I'm just gonna grind it away and finally beat the game. And probably like 2 hours before we started recording, I fucking beat Ganon's ass.
And you got the end cutscene.
Yeah.
Did you get the bonus one though?
When you have all the memories?
Yeah.
Yes, I believe so.
What is the bonus?
So the bonus one.
Wait, I haven't played it, so
Sounds-
I'll
yeah,
have
neither
it.
have I.
Okay,
So
never
So
mind.
spoiler alert.
All
it's
right.
fine, I guess. Sorry.
I'll
Wait.
plug my ears and you.
I very distinctly remember hunting down all the memories.
There was a bonus one after you find all of them. though.
we'll talk
Maybe,
about
I
it
don't
later.
know.
Yeah.
But,
have a separate private conversation
Yeah,
text
right.
while we have this conversation.
yeah.
It's fine.
but
Right.
it's a phenomenal ending. I thought I beat Ganon, and then...
And then he turns into a big piggy boy.
yeah, right.
Turns into just a giant thing. But then
Is
you
it-
get the arrows of light though, and
The ending of the game is like absolutely phenomenal.
it was beautiful.
Such a good game, and it's such a good like world that they built with this. The whole engine that they created from the ground up for Breath of the Wild. I'm happy to see we're getting another game in that engine like that style.
Yeah. So I had Breath of the Wild for the Wii U because I didn't have a Switch at the time that
Oh,
it came
no.
out, and I really fucking wanted to play this game. And you know, it was a downgraded version, but it was still Breath of the Wild, and it was still the same game.
Yeah.
And I'm really bad at video games.
Oh,
A
no.
mood, a mood.
Except for Banjo-Kazooie racing game.
Yeah.
So I got stuck on one of the bosses. I think it was one of the bosses in
One of the Ganons?
Gerudo, in the giant Gerudo mech.
Okay. Yeah. One of the
Oh,
evil
the electric
Ganons.
one. Yeah, that guy was tough to beat.
Yeah, I think it was that one, but and I just kind of gave up.
Yeah.
But I'm like I tried playing through. The only Zelda game that I beat was A Link Between Worlds, and that game was so fucking good. I
I'm
love that
so
game
excited
much.
for Link's Awakening.
Yeah, I
The
am.
remake
Me
of
too.
that it looks so good.
Yeah, it does.
Top-down Zeldas are great.
But
Spirit Tracks. I don't know why I remember this, but
I never
Spirit
beat
Tracks
Spirit
was,
Tracks. I got to like
Really?
the end, and I just never went and beat it.
I remember that I beat it a while ago, but then I lost the game cartridge like forever
Yeah.
back. Oh my god, this is ringing.
That's
back
another
memories.
Zelda game where I like blew through it, and then I got like caught at the end, and I
Yeah.
lost all of the like skill in the fighting system that I had learned, and like I
So-
could never go back.
So do you guys think that since this is a new Breath of the Wild game, do you think it's going to be the same Hyrule that we're exploring, or do you think they're going to introduce a new overworld?
So I feel like it's going to be relatively the same, but they're going to have drastic changes to it, and I feel like that's either going to be strides towards Hyrule trying to rebuild itself, or it could be the exact opposite, where you saw like the Ghoul Ganon, where it could actually be reversing, like things could actually be getting worse.
Well, all right, we're gonna get into a little bit of spoiled territory for Breath of the Wild.
I don't care.
Surprise! They beat Ganon. Wow.
Yeah.
So you know
Well.
they've got to rebuild Hyrule at the end of that, and some years have probably passed. So we we're definitely going to see like some
Nods
developments
Mm-hmm.
in Hyrule. But also, like, at the trailer, like, the castle's lifting, isn't it? Like, it...
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, like, maybe they're going somewhere else? Or
Maybe
the new
Skywalks.
villains... Maybe the new
That
villains,
was
like,
the most dumb face I've
changing...
ever seen.
Skyward
Sorry.
Sword I actually really liked, despite having a lot of backlash. I had
Yeah.
fun with it. The
Yeah.
motion controls were not as great, but it was still really fun.
I mean, like, Ocarina of Time, when Ganon takes over, everything kind of changes and comes dark and nasty and gross.
Yeah.
So, I mean, maybe they'll do something like that where this new villain or maybe dead ghost Ganon, like, takes over and everything becomes gross and terrible. But, I don't know.
Yeah, so
Or they could be doing something completely weird and just be like,
in the trailer, it looked
Different.
like... So
Never
let's
mind.
assume...
Never mind.
Let's assume this corpse thing is Ganondorf or whatever.
When I saw it, I thought it wasn't Ganon.
I immediately thought it was Ganondorf.
Because he's got the little thing on his forehead that Ganondorf has. And we didn't see the Ganondorf form in Breath of the Wild. We just saw the Calamity Ganon and then the big piggy boy.
Yeah.
And then
Big
also the little
piggy boy.
the
This-
thingy thing that flew around the castle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
His, like, ghost
Yeah.
form.
Little dragon boy.
So it might not be Ganondorf. It might be something totally different. But whoever it is, I guess we don't have to assume. I don't know why I said that. But whoever it is, in the trailer there was like some kind of hand like on his chest.
like reviving it.
Yeah.
Almost. It all was happening so fast. Like, I don't know
It was
if they
a
were
really
trying
cool
to
trailer,
stop
too.
it or
Yeah.
if it was reviving it or what. But
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe we'll have two villains.
I'm kind of wondering, like, is Ganondorf like a specific race or?
Ganondorf's
like
Gerudo. Yeah.
Yeah, he's part of the Gerudo.
Okay,
But he's like the main villain of the.
could
the
there be
Zelda
like
game.
another Gerudo that's? up
So
and
the
coming,
thing
like
with
a-
Gerudos
Maybe.
is that they're mostly...
They're all nice.
yeah,
nice
they're
guys.
mostly nice, and
They kinda
a lot of
think
the
so.
warriors are women, and the main story behind Ganondorf, and this is general for all the games, is that he is one of the very, or the only, like, male warriors of, like, the Gerudo tribe, and, you know, also he's...
He's also like a
Evil.
thief too. Isn't he like the king of
Yeah,
thieves or something?
like that.
Yeah.
It was like that in like Ocarina of Time or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, and he's like a
He just likes to beat up little kids.
probably
Oh.
probably likes to steal their candy and
Fuck them kids, Ganondorf.
anyway.
Alright.
Yeah, it was a pretty cool trailer, just in general.
Yeah, and you know,
Look
we're
like-
getting
yeah.
Link's Awakening soon too, so another Zelda game to hold us over until we get Breath of the Wild 2. I feel like it's got to come out like holiday season next year.
Mm-hmm.
Because I mean they've got the engine still,
Mm-hmm.
right? I feel like that's what took Breath of the Wild so long.
I'm sure.
It's like they have to build a whole new game engine from the ground up.
What game? They're delaying a game.
Metroid Prime 4,
No, it was. I think it was
Animal
something,
Crossing got delayed.
It was something that they're. I don't know. Never mind. Maybe it was Animal Crossing. Did they talk about Metroid Prime 4 at all?
Nope,
No, that they
not at
didn't.
all.
Good, great.
But
Well, that whole game got scrapped and they had to restart.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they probably don't have anything to show for it yet.
I'm so excited. I really hope that it isn't canceled.
well, moving on to the next subject in
Alrighty.
E3.
Which
We didn't get to talk about
Is-
Fire
oh.
Emblem 3 hours. It's
Oh.
fine.
It's alright.
this
Next
will
one,
be
next
short
one.
and sweet. So a game that
Just say we're running out of time.
You
We
know
gotta-
what else is short and
Nope.
sweet?
Your heart.
I don't know. I don't know
I
where
was
it's
gonna say like
Your
a
My
toes.
toes. See, look,
Yeah.
they aren't hairy. I don't have hairy toes.
There's definitely some hair right there.
All right.
I'm definitely not. We're
Just
not talking
because
about this.
there's hair on my toes doesn't mean it's hairy.
All right, Fallout
Alright.
76 when it came out was a flop.
Boo.
toes.
So,
Oh, yeah.
Everyone
sure
was
you
so
all wanna
hyped
know.
up for it. I'm very excited for Fallout 76. It was supposed to be the face of Bethesda for a good while. That's what it was looking to be. You know,
And
when it released, it was
shit.
it was just riddled with bugs and horrible user interfaces. It was just it was seriously. If I'm being honest, when we played it, it became unplayable. It was seriously unplayable.
Was going to get it when it came out, and then I'm on a Reddit thread, or a subreddit where it's like newly released games, and Fallout 4 or Fallout 76 was just getting the shit.
It was
ripped
getting
on
bashed.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
Good.
people,
And I was like,
hardcore fans that started playing Fallout New Vegas, you know, or even before that, you know, Fallout 2, or Fallout 3. It was just like, how could you bungle up such a terrible, like, what could have been so great with this open world, this server, online server.
And I really enjoyed Fallout 4. Like,
Yeah.
that was one of my favorite games of 2017, 2018. Just because, you know, I love RPGs and I love, you know, open world experience games.
Right.
And to have that in an online setting where I could play with friends in a similar way that
It's the best of both
Elder
worlds.
Scrolls did.
Yeah.
But
you know.
not quite as cool as Elder Scrolls.
Right.
I don't know. I only played that game for a little bit.
But it
But
just...
it had so much potential and it was just the worst.
Yeah, and you know, what Bethesda said at E3 was, you know, we're not giving up. Basically what they said is we're not giving up on Fallout 76 because, you know, we still have to wait for Elder Scrolls 6 and the other, I forget the other stars.
Basically, they pumped too much money in it already.
Well, yeah, plus there's like, you know, this is going
Yeah.
to be the face of Bethesda for the next two years at least, you know. So you got to prepare yourselves for bug fixes, DLCs, tons of things.
Yeah, the problem with that is after such a huge loss like that, like
It's going to be hard to get a lot of
we
people
saw
back.
what happened in No Man's Sky.
I mean, that's coming back though. It is. Like the
I played-
player base is going up since they've added
Yeah,
multiplayer. There's a
'cause-
they've done a lot of work on that.
Oh yeah, no, that's
That's another example of releasing an unfinished game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
You know what I would like to see in like more video games and stuff is couch co-op. Like I don't know why that ever went away.
Same. Me
I don't know
too.
why. Like my sister and I play Borderlands all the time together.
I want to see just more co-op in general. Like I
Yeah.
feel like all the multiplayer stuff is just online. Like
and that's where
Team-ups
Nintendo
and-
makes most of their money with the couch multiplayer and
Yeah,
stuff like that
exactly.
I
because
would
they're
love to
taking
see
over
that
that
shit.
like whole thing.
right.
But I would like to see that stuff in like, you know, in Fallout 76 or on Overwatch or you know
yeah.
whatever.
Right.
Because that would be like, you
Yeah.
know, my sister and I used to bond over video games all the time, but we'd have to take turns until something like Borderlands came out and Borderlands 2, and we used to play together, and that was like our sisterly bonding time.
They just came out with for PlayStation Plus. They have all the Borderlands for free right now.
Yeah, they do.
all
Wait,
the DLC.
what?
All
Hold
of them.
up.
Why aren't we all playing
It's
Borderlands
good.
2 right now?
It's good.
Hold
Why
the
don't
phone.
we
So-
do that tonight? You know what I mean?
I'll go download it tonight.
I'll download it tonight.
Yeah,
I
did you
downloaded
guys
it, so we'll
not?
probably play
You
it
guys
tomorrow.
didn't know about that?
No.
Thank you,
Nice.
Beerman.
Imagine.
Well,
All right. Well, everybody.
That's all the
Good
time
night.
we have. I have to go download it. I'll see you later.
I got
Peace
something
out,
to
you know
do.
what I mean?
all right.
No. I don't
And
think
the
we're
mic.
done.
We still have.
I wanted to
We
like
still
got
talk
a couple
about
more
Fallout
things.
76.
Yeah, we still have a few more things.
Shut up.
Yeah, well, what they've added is now NPCs.
But like one of the big selling points of that game too, wasn't it? Like it's supposed to be so filled with people that you don't need NPCs. Like
Well,
that was a whole big thing.
The
Yeah.
problem was what happened was that people were going on the story by themselves. You know, like Fallout usually was. Fallout 4 was very storyline based, and you know you were plugging away at the story and grinding out these
Quests
resources
and
and quests and side missions. But with Fallout 76, you know, there was an option for co-op working together through it. But you know, people were just going on their own, you know, as they were accustomed to with Fallout 4. So what would happen was, you know, you'd be pretty tight together in the beginning with the map, and then once you hit like level 15, you'd be
You're all over the place.
no way. You'd be off with other just these terrible monsters that you're not going to be able to live through. So it was almost impossible to be like, hey, come play some Fallout 76 with me. And you're like, well, I can't because you're like miles ahead of me and I'm going to get absolutely
obliterated,
smacked.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it was just overall, I feel like it just wasn't thought through. You know, and plus, in the end, with every server, it was maybe 15 people at a time on the server.
Ooh.
Oh yeah,
They
you
also-
could barely fit people on the
15
server.
in total.
They-
In the whole map.
In the entire map,
More
they
or
only
less,
allowed
15 to
15
20.
people in a
15
in
to
a
20. I
single
don't remember how much because I haven't played that game.
and they didn't think they needed any NPCs.
Nope.
Yikes.
So it's pretty dead.
And isn't it like 4 times bigger than Fallout?
It
4?
takes
It's very
they did a speed run of Fallout 4 and Fallout 76. It took 20 minutes to get side to side on Fallout 4. It took 37 to go from side to side, and that's full speed. as much as you
Speedrunning's so
can.
interesting.
I mean, I played a little bit of Fallout 4. I got pissed because the main story glitched out on me, and I
Ooh.
would have to restart if I wanted to finish it. So I never like explored everything, but it was
Right.
a pretty decent sized map
It's-
from what I got to.
I think it's the actual size of Boston. Like,
Oh
Yeah.
wow, that's
Yeah,
pretty
they,
cool.
they made sure like
It
it
was
was
big.
very expansive.
Now, to Fallout 76 credit, I definitely think the shaders were very nice. The lighting effects. I
was
think the water was better in Fallout 76 than 4, in my opinion.
I do like
But if the
seeing good weather
graphics is the
graphics.
only thing you have to show for your game, that I think that's
Yeah.
But
I don't know.
that is good that you're progressing in it. I'd rather not. I wouldn't want to see the same graphics in Fallout 4 as I see in
Yeah,
76.
like I like to see.
Definitely thought about giving Fallout 76 a try before it came out.
Yeah.
I didn't. I've got Elder Scrolls Online, and I did not like it as much as I love Elder Scrolls. I didn't like Elder Scrolls Online.
Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah, Elder
was
Scrolls. It's. I have the game.
They
and
also
I wouldn't. I wouldn't
A lot
get
of
any
people have the
expansion-
game.
They
I
can-
wouldn't get
I
the
have it,
expansion
yeah.
packs.
Yeah, no.
It's
Yeah.
alright.
Yeah, but I was gonna try Fallout 76, but they've just had way too much bullshit going. Like all the glitches, all the problems, the shit that they did with the pre-order bonuses, the canvas bags that they were supposed to send out. Did you guys hear about that?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I did.
Yeah.
where
And
they were
nobody
supposed
got them?
Well, they were supposed to send out these really nice like canvas bags.
it totally
they
wasn't
sent
even
out like these
canvas at all.
shitty nylon
Oh my god.
like terrible bags, and they were like, "Sorry, we just didn't have the money."
Yeah,
it was the
my
same-
sister did tell me about that.
They did something with the
Nuka Colas.
Yeah.
yeah, and it's just
You're disappointing us. Come on.
they're just being dicks. to the fans.
Bethesda.
I don't know.
Come
But there's
on,
that.
bro.
What
Get
the fuck was that?
Bethesda.
in my
I don't know.
mouth?
It's just
Let's
hard.
go.
I don't know. I don't think
Pizza meat.
they could put a lot of work into this game, and I don't think I'd give it a shot.
Either way.
No.
No.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so didn't they add something to Fallout 76 in E3 though? Or like talk about adding
That's
Battle
what-
Royale. They added Battle
Yeah,
Royale.
they added.
Oh god.
That's what they added.
For a 1 week, the free trial, 1 week of this battle royale is
Oh,
sort of like a
it's a
limited time.
subscription?
It's like it's like a limited time type.
What do they
thing.
plan on doing with that? Just
The
have
guy-
turn the world into a fucking Fortnite?
Did you hear about?
I'm so tired.
Did you
of
hear
it.
like the announcement from the guy? He's like, "Yeah, that's right. We put a fucking Battle Royale in Fallout 7." Like he sounded so hype about
And
it.
everybody was just like,
Yeah.
cool.
Okay.
That's
Who
my
was
favorite
asking
thing.
for that?
That's
Who
my
was
favorite thing
asking?
about E3 is like the audience was like totally not afraid to like just
Tell them
roll
how they
their eyes.
felt.
Oh, that was like BlizzCon last year when they announced the Diablo mobile game,
Oh,
and everyone was just sort of
yeah.
like straight faced, and they were like, "What? You guys don't have phones?"
Yeah.
Like they.
Yeah.
Although I've heard the Diablo mobile game is not the worst.
I don't think it's even out yet. I didn't think it was
It's
out.
definitely not out yet.
Is it not
Yeah.
out? I thought I
think
heard
so.
some people saying it wasn't like the worst. I could be wrong.
I don't know. I didn't think it was out yet, but
I don't know.
it might be out in other countries. I'm not sure,
I don't know.
but I don't know.
I
mean,
thought I heard someone say it wasn't as bad, or
Yeah.
it has potential.
Yeah, I mean, overall as a whole, I've heard it's been like a pretty lackluster E3.
Yeah.
I haven't been like keeping up with it. I haven't been watching the live
Yeah,
streams
Diablo
or
is
anything.
not.
Not there
thing.
yet. Okay.
The
The only thing I've like paid attention to is Nintendo because
Yeah,
Sony's
same.
not there.
Mhm.
I
But,
was
like-
disappointed to see Sony not there, but I
Yeah.
kind of get
You know, I actually. So this is kind of off topic. I'm sorry, but well, it's on topic of E3.
Just say
Okay, so Microsoft was there, and I usually I wouldn't give a shit about Microsoft, but they revealed a bunch of games, and some of the games they revealed weren't exclusives, so they were coming for the Switch,
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
PlayStation 4. So one of the games they revealed, which I'm so hype about, is Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga.
Oh yeah.
Have you guys heard about this?
Did you
I
see
know,
Lego
I know.
Forza?
It's all 9
What?
films.
Yeah.
in Lego.
In Lego,
Oh, hell
in
yeah.
one game. I'm
hell
so
yeah.
excited.
wait. So like they're gonna put the
It's
Rise
the,
of the Skywalker.
it's the new trilogy, the prequel trilogy, and the original trilogy.
really
Hell
yeah.
yeah.
wow.
Hell
Oh, another
yeah.
thing.
Coming out
It's a long
2020.
game.
Another thing that came out that Xbox promoted, Lego Forza.
Wait, what?
What?
Oh no.
Yep.
Yikes!
Wait, what?
See, I like Forza, but I'm not gonna like that one.
That's.
No.
I'm not joking.
I was not fond of Forza. It was like one of the free games I got with my Xbox 360.
Yeah.
And I was like, I played it for like a couple of hours, and it was like my first Xbox game.
That's a game you have to grind on. I grinded
And
Forza.
It's not a racing game?
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
You have to grind on a racing game?
Yeah, because you have
Yeah.
to win money from races, and then you upgrade your car and go through
Yeah.
the ranks through all these like C class, B class, A class cars.
S-Class, yeah. It was
I loved it.
amazing.
I thought Forza Motorsport was amazing on the original Xbox. Forza 4.
What the fuck?
Forza 4 was good. 5 was not great.
And they were playing the
You're gonna hit a
Everything is
wall and your
Awesome
car's
song
gonna crumble.
during
Yeah.
the trailer.
Ooh, that's gonna be one big yikes
Hold
for
X
me.
to rebuild your car.
Place.
So-
But the other thing, hold on. The other thing that they revealed that I was excited for is actually they didn't reveal, but they showed like a new trailer and some gameplay for it was Star Wars, the Fallen Order, which is like a new Star Wars game. I think it takes place before A New Hope,
Yeah, they said it's between
Revenge of the Sith,
and A New
yeah.
Hope.
Yeah.
They said
Oh yeah, that's right.
Right
'cause
before-
Saul Guerrera's in it.
right before
Yeah. I'm excited for that. That looks cool.
whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Rogue One.
So, moving on to our final topic of the night, where our special guest.
Hey, what up?
Is that-
I did not have a.
Hi, how
no,
are
I
you?
had. I kind of wanted to talk about Cyberpunk 2077 and how excited I am for that. Like, I love realistic games. I love games that have like the mocap stuff. That shit just gets me going, dude.
You know what games I love? I love games with Keanu Reeves.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
The fact that they kept that hidden.
Oh my
Yeah,
god!
that is because he's supposed to be like a pipital character. in
Yeah,
the
he's
games.
a main NPC.
That's crazy.
I'm like freaking out.
I love it.
And he's got a
Keanu Reeves,
silver arm.
I love him so much.
But like,
What
I'm
a
also
wholesome
like,
man.
I know, right?
You're breathtaking.
what a dude. But yeah, no, I'm very
I
excited
feel that.
for games that are coming out on these super advanced engines. Like,
Yeah.
not only like Cyberpunk 2077, but I'm also super excited. And it wasn't at E3, which I was super disappointed at, but Death Stranding, which has some of my favorite actors in it, first of all. It has Guillermo del Toro in it.
Yeah.
Who did mocap? Mads Mikkelsen, Norman Reedus, Baby. The fuck? I mean, it has like time travel in it, and it has
Or
this
something.
weird-
black goop.
And the
Yeah.
weird babies,
The
and
weird
like the incubators.
Norman Reedus and the fetus, and it's just
Norman
gonna be
Reedus.
New episode title. There we go.
Norman Reedus and the Fetus.
But it's got
That's
it
the
uses
special.
Is that our band name?
yes, but it uses the Decima engine, which was used for Horizon Zero Dawn, which is a game that I love.
I have yet to finish that game.
I have yet to finish it as well, but
I
it's
hear
one of
it's
my
a lot like
favorites.
Breath of the Wild.
It is. It's just more robot dinosaurs.
Yeah, go ahead.
That's great.
But it uses the Decima engine.
Uh-huh.
And I saw a picture, Hideo Kojima tweeted out a picture of moss on a rock. And he was saying like something like, this is what the Decima engine can do. And I thought it was moss on a rock.
What is it?
It was digitally, it was
virtual moss
It
on
was
a rock.
virtual moss on a virtual rock. And I was like, oh my god, it's in 4K. And I was like, oh
Makes
my
me
god.
question the reality that we live in right now.
And this
Yeah.
whole, he said it's a whole different genre of
We're
game.
in an 8K simulation.
I'm really excited for these hyper realistic games.
I'm so
I mean,
hyped for the hyper realistic.
I barely touched on The Last of Us, but that was a very hyper realistic
Last
game
of
when
Us
when it
2.
came
The
out.
Last of Us 2 is going to look amazing.
I mean, they used
Ghost-
mocap too.
If only
as well.
Sony was
Ghost
there
of
to show it off.
Tsushima. Has anyone heard of Ghost of Tsushima?
No, I
I
have
have not.
That you have to watch a trailer for. It takes place. It's based on a true story. It takes place in Japan, 1780 something, and it's about like one of the last samurais.
Oh, is that the one that's got like the realistic samurai
Yes.
combat? That
Yes.
looks crazy.
I'm hyped for that as well because I'm a
What is it
history
called?
nerd. Ghost of Tsushima. TSUSHIMA.
Oh,
Ghost
Like,
of
you know how
That's a T.
samurais like actually fought and they were like real quick, short, like choo choo.
It was like they would like sweep up.
That's what the
It's
gameplay's
got
like.
it's got like realistic, and there's a
Everything For Honor
realistic
wanted
like
to be.
longbow,
Oh,
Japanese
yeah.
longbow combat. It's so cool,
Interesting.
and I love something about like I know that game is gonna have horse transportation on it, and it's something that has always bothered me about games. Like, I played Shadow of the Colossus, which had the best horse AI in it. Red Dead Redemption has had the best horse AI in it.
Mm-hmm.
And
Breath of the Wild does not. My horse was sitting under Ganondorf earlier.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes
But-
you just need some shade.
yeah, you know.
Under a giant
But
piggy boy.
I feel like I don't give gaming people enough credit when it comes to horses because I grew up around them and
Cap a horse.
that's what they did for Red Dead basically.
Yeah.
But my career was going to be training horses, so I always, whenever a game comes out that has horse transportation, I always look at that, and that's like my pinpoint marker for how good a game is going to be. And when I saw Ghost of Tsushima with an actual like horse-looking horse, not a horse-shaped
doing that.
creature,
Yeah.
I was stoked.
I'm very. I definitely.
These hyper-realistic games are going to be like.
I'm
So-
definitely interested in games that focus on the finer details. You know,
In Red Dead
making hair
Redemption 2,
realistic,
Yeah.
making these motions that are.
there's an actual like style of riding in Red Dead Redemption 2 that I'm familiar with and that I can pinpoint. Oh, well, he's doing that correctly because that's what they did then. Or,
Right.
You know, or you can see the
Right.
Latigo on the saddle and stuff. So,
So-
it's stuff that I'm just super hyped for.
So back to 2077.
2077 and Keanu Reeves. Can we
I
talk about how well
know-
that man has aged? I'm just saying.
He's a. I mean,
He just a
I'm
fine
not-
wine.
yeah. I'm not gay, but
Yeah.
I mean, if he was offering,
But Keanu Reeves.
yeah.
I mean, a $20 bill is a $20 bill. And
Exactly.
Keanu Reeves is Keanu Reeves,
Right.
but
But so I'm I love like Blade Runner and Blade Runner 2049. The whole cyberpunk
those.
aesthetic is
Yes.
super. Like I dig it so much.
Do we know anything about the plot to this game?
Nope.
Because I'm.
All we have is a small cutscene of some sort, and
Yeah.
then
We
they
know
cut to a
Frank
Knott's
junkyard
about-
with Keanu Reeves.
Right. We
Yeah.
know
And
it's
that's it.
about like underground.
smuggling
Yeah.
or something.
Something like that. But like
It's
that's
like heist work or
that's
something.
about it. Yeah.
I haven't watched anything on the game. I keep hearing great things. I'm like, yeah, I'll get it when it comes out.
It looks
probably.
really really cool.
Yeah.
And it's got something called light tracing, which is a whole
Mm-hmm.
new way that they do lighting in games now. And just the lighting in the game looks fantastic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The motion capture looks amazing. I was just reading an article on the representation of different genders and stuff, and because it's got these mega corporations that use hypersexualization to advertise, and it was just today we have basically bless you,
Shut up.
Thanks.
fuck you.
Ah.
We basically just today hypersexualize men and women to advertise for things, but now it's got these different people with different body types, different gender identities being hypersexualized in this game, and people were at first offended, but they were like, "It's the future. Don't we want all equality?" Like,
Right.
like these mega corporations are just using, like they always use people.
I think it's also a good commentary because cyberpunk. I feel like people, at least in my opinion, I think cyberpunk, like you see a lot of kind of sexualization of
Yeah.
women, but
Oh,
I
yeah.
think that's part of the aesthetic, making a commentary about
It is.
about because cyberpunk is like about like capitalism and major corporations controlling like governments,
Influencing and
Exactly.
abusing and yeah.
So I think that kind of stuff is actually kind of a commentary and a criticism of stuff that happens today.
Today. I agree, and I
Yeah.
think it's something important. Not that I meant to get into this on the podcast talking about E3 stuff, but
No, you're fine. It's cool.
I do think it's an important kind of like footnote to talk about it.
Oh, absolutely.
But yeah, it's just just graphics of games today. I'm so excited.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
I'm so excited.
Imagine playing Cyberpunk 2077 in like an Oculus Rift. or
Oh my
something.
god.
Ooh.
Or Death Stranding.
Yeah.
Or Last of Us 2.
This is
I
how the
can't-
Matrix starts.
No.
I
way.
can't wait for the Oculus to eventually get to those levels of like.
I already
I don't
played
know.
Skyrim VR once, and it was modded, and quite frankly, I didn't want to leave.
Oh yeah.
I was
Someone-
sad
I
to
saw-
take off my headset.
I saw a YouTube video of a guy who spent like a day in Minecraft VR,
Oh yeah.
and he said like it totally warped his perception of like real life. Like he lived in Minecraft.
Oh, I don't know.
Like, that's
that
not something I
freaked
could
me
do, but
out.
it was an interesting like.
Yeah.
Like,
experiment.
yeah, psychological experiment or something.
That's crazy. I have used VR like once, and
I've
it's,
not used
same
it
here.
at all.
I've used it a handful of times.
My cousin, I went to visit my cousins, and she had like when VR was just becoming a thing. She had the PlayStation VR, and like she had me do the like Resident Evil 7 demo in the VR.
Oh,
That sounds
God.
awesome. That sounds great. I wish I could.
I was like, ah,
Just what
I
I
would
wanted
do
to
that.
use.
terrifying.
I would do
Oh
that.
yeah,
I would love to see a good horror game come out.
we should all pitch in for VR.
Hell
No,
yeah.
you just want it for yourself. Shut up.
I said
Every
for
time we're
each
out
other.
somewhere,
Yeah, no,
Beeman's
we
like,
were at Best Buy the other day.
He almost
and
bought one.
I did almost buy one.
I tried to
I'm
convince
this
him to
close.
impulse
I
buy it.
know.
I'm
And this
this
is the
close.
point where
I'm one Best.
My
Or-
sister's boyfriend has one. Every now and again, I'm happy she dates him because I can just go over and use his
Oh, yeah.
VR.
I am one Best Buy trip away from buying them.
Oh
I
yeah.
think this is the point where we let everyone know who's listening that Bierman spent over $100 on Nerf gun stuff.
Didn't we
Like
all?
a year ago.
Same.
No.
No, I didn't. You did.
I've done
You're
it.
the only one who spent that much money.
I spent
too.
like 80.
That's
Uh-huh.
still
No,
unacceptable.
that's not-
I still
You
want
spent
this
more.
sniper. I still want this Nerf sniper rifle. If anybody cares. I
Bierman
too.
had the Nerf sniper.
I have a Nerf
Was that a year ago or
shotgun.
2 years ago?
Yeah,
That was
because I
like
shot
2 years
you
ago.
with it.
2 or 3.
Or I almost shot you with it. We had a video of you making a stupid face.
That was like 1.5.
Yeah, in my
we
basement.
do.
Look at the
Dude.
grit.
Ew.
Look at that. That's
Oh yeah, that's
disgusting.
right. That was after that.
My coffee is ice cold and I'm not drinking a damn bit of it.
Look at
Yeah.
the bottom of my cup,
Ungrateful
y'all.
asses. Last
Alright.
time I spent $2 at Walmart to get you all some coffee.
All right.
You know what, Ben? I appreciate you.
I'm
Thanks,
just gonna.
But
I'm
this
just
coffee
gonna
sucks.
Yes, it does.
shoot
Alright.
it like whiskey, y'all.
Yikes.
There
No
you
thanks.
go.
I'm
So-
passed.
So,
And that's how Megan died.
and that's how we
The end.
finish off the podcast.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much about it. We are.
Oh.
We're a little over the time.
One more I'm just really excited for is Gears 5. I saw a video
I never
for
played
it.
Gears.
My sister
Neither
played
have I.
Gears. It's super
That's
gory.
Gears of War, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah. Gears 5. It's got my favorite voice actress, Laura Bailey, who plays Kate. And I just saw a trailer using her and her memories to Billie Eilish's Billie Eilish? No, yeah, it was Bad Guy, I think. Or Bury Your Friend.
Bad guy.
Bury Your Friend, I think is what it was. But it was good.
Chew, we are number one.
All
right.
All right. And on that note, thank you guys for tuning in. Megan, thank you
Yes.
for joining us as our
I
special guest.
will be happy to do
first.
this again.
GG.
Oh.
For real.
Absolutely.
No read.
GG.
But thank you guys for tuning in to the Night Owls
Bye.
podcast.
Wait, hold on. Don't stop yet.
Yeah.
Right, sweet.
Love you.
Bye.
Wait, don't stop. No.
Wait,
All
are you
right.
trying to
Wait, hold on.
repent?
Wait, what? What? What'd you say?
I heard you.
Wait,
Ben.
what?
Wait, Bierman, what'd you say?
All right. We will see you guys next week.